Okay, I have prepped a lot of the mixing that I'm going to do for the resin, but I'm just going to show you guys a little bit. So I use a mixing bucket that has marks on it for a little bit of approximation, but then to try to get it even better, I use my digital scale. And the key is turning it on and then tearing it after you put the bucket on. So I'm going to tear it now to make sure that whatever dried resin in there is already accounted for, because there always is some. And then it's good to put in part A before you put in part B, just because it globs out more. You'll see as I'm pouring it out. So I'm watching the scale. I'm at 0. I'm going to try to get a pound of resin here. So I'm looking to get about 8 on the scale here. I'm at 5.3, 6, 7, 7.3. One more glob should give me, it's a little over, but that's okay. 8.8. Now notice when I pour the part B, and I'm using Stone Coat right now. Stone Coat's a really nice resin. It pours a lot easier. So I'm at 8.8. And I'm going to go to, there we go, we're at 1.3. And it should be 1.6. There we go. Pretty close. You don't have to be exact, but the closer you are to being exact, the happier your resin is going to be. Then I'm just going to stir this up for about 2 minutes. Now you can hand stir. You can use a drill and do it better, but you'd want to try to get 2 minutes worth of stirring. Because I'm going to be dividing this up into smaller containers with both mica powder and ink, I'm going to be stirring it for even more time individually in the smaller containers. I'm scraping the sides as I stir it, just to be sure it's all done. And before I started this, I made sure that my bucket was clean, free of dust, and didn't have any hairs or dust particles in it. To be sure it's as clean as I can get it. Now I've got it kind of looking milky. You can see all the bubbles in it. And I'm going to divide it up into portions that have either mica powder. This is what mica powder looks like. Or ink. This is what ink looks like, so that I can then stir it some more. And I want more blue than I do the browns, so I'm going to over-dominate the resin pours. That way you can see I have bigger containers. Oops. For that. Then I do the sand colors. This is really fun, messy work. As you can see, I'm coming to the end of what was in my bucket. Just going to scrape the rest of it out. This one's in a copper, and you can see that That's real pretty, right? That mica powder is just a gorgeous deep color. So I'm stirring it some more. Again, scraping the sides, trying to make sure that all the mica is well mixed in. Look at how rich that is. Isn't that pretty? Now the working time on stone coat is about 25 minutes. So I don't want to spend too much time doing this, but I do need to make sure it's well mixed. Here's the blue ink. The blue ink makes it look more transparent than the mica does. The mica is more opaque. This is maybe more like Jello. As I stir the different colors, this is the aquamarine here. It's a very dark blue. I might have to put some more mica powder in it. I remember this one is not as dark as I'd like it to be. Sky blue. It's nice and dark, isn't it? And the coral reef green. I try to reuse all my plastic containers. So you can see a fruit cup from Safeway here. I reuse them until basically they fall apart. Same thing with the wood tongue depressors. This is a white. Look at that mica powder, isn't it pretty? Kind of a pearl white. It'll be for waves. It's the last thing to go on. Gotta be careful I don't spill all this. I have lots of floor protection and table protection. This is a rose gold. Again, mica powder. All right. And then the last one is a red gold. Oops, this one's kind of full, so I'm gonna do it like this and I'll show you. Now you can see all my colors are mixed. That's real pretty, isn't it?